God's love, and with God's love He can do it all. If you don't mind, hit that follow button and subscribe. The stream is starting soon. Come watch the rabbit, let's watch the rabbit, bringing entertainment to me and you. Come watch the rabbit, let's watch the rabbit. It's not hard to do. Get ready because the stream is starting now.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another JRabbit87 stream. I am your host, JRabbit87, and I hope you guys are having a good day and you're ready for some wrestling action, because it is the return of the Rabbit Wrestling Federation. Call out to my hashtag wonderful wife as we have decorated beside my chair, so here on stream you can have a little bit of holiday joy. We do have a countdown to Christmas. Now, it is wrong. There are 43 days to Christmas, but because of how the blocks are, I can't do 43. I could either do I could do 40, 41, 42, but I can't do 43. So it says 42 on it. So sorry about that. Probably be like this most of the time anyways, or more like this because I have to be typing stuff. But I did want to show that, and when I do some of my talking, I'm going to try to be like this and show off our beautiful decorations and all that. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into our commands, and then oh boy, do we have a lot for you guys today. Yahoo. So yeah, as always, we are sponsored by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He has blessed both me and my wife extremely greatly. We want to make sure that we return His blessings by giving Him all the honor, glory, credit, and praise that He rightfully deserves. We also want to say a huge thank you. Thank you to everybody that joins us today. It means so much to me that you guys take time in your busy days to come and hang out with me. Discord. We have one of those. Hey, welcome in, Bruto. Discord. We have one of those. Festive background tonight. I know, right? I was just talking about how it's perfect. Perfect for our stuff. But yeah, if you want to join our Discord, feel free to grab the link that I posted in chat. Come join us over there. YouTube. We can grab, great, you can grab that link and join us over on YouTube to catch on some of our past live streams. TikTok, I've uploaded another 4 highlight videos, so if you wouldn't mind, grab that link and go check those out. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. Last but not least, are ways that you can help support the stream if you would like to do so. Always keep in mind that I try not to require anything. But if there's a specific game that you'd like to see me try or play and that costs money, then I am going to have to ask for help getting that game. Other than that, nothing is required, but everything is very much appreciated. Alright. So, before we get onto the card tonight, I have a few announcements that was made on Discord earlier today. So, from the office of Eric Bischoff, the leader of the New World Order and the current authority figure in charge of the RWF. First and foremost, he claims that despite Hogan throwing him out of the ring, that was just Hogan being caught up in the moment. There is no bad blood between them. and the NWO is strong as it ever has been. And to prove this, during tonight's main event, Eric Bischoff will be present during that match. Speaking of, apparently, according to Eric Bischoff, last show we saw Humberto Carrillo successfully defend his Intercontinental Championship against NWO member 6. According to Eric Bischoff, somehow, even though it was a Falls Count Anywhere match with no disqualification, no countouts, no rope breaks, no anything, according to Eric Bischoff, Humberto used an illegal move. Now, Bischoff has not revealed what this move is. He refuses to say anything other than Humberto used an illegal move. He is also stating that since Humberto used an illegal move, that he has officially stripped Humberto of the RWF Intercontinental Championship and has awarded it to 6. Also, because he's a merciful ruler of RWF, he is going to let Humberto get his anger out, so to speak. Tonight's main event will be a tag team match as Humberto Carrillo teams up with Stone Cold Steve Austin to take on Hollywood Hogan and 6 of the New World Order. And the last thing from Eric Bischoff is the men's tag team, the Intercontinental Championship, and the Heavyweight Championship will no longer be referred to as the RWF Heavyweight Championship, RWF Intercontinental Championship, and RWF Men's Tag Team Championships, and will hereby be renamed the NWO Heavyweight Championship, NWO Intercontinental Championship, and NWO Men's Tag Team Championships. They have also apparently been redesigned by Eric Bischoff. And we will get some of our first looks of those here tonight. So now that the announcements from Eric Bischoff have been given, it is time to go over tonight's card. So tonight we start, as we have been here recently, with 6-man tag team action as the 3 members of the Authority who used to be in control, which is of course Randy Orton, Batista, and the man who is actually in control, Triple H. Tonight they take on another 3-man team. Again, we've not been given any information on which 3-man team they will be facing, other than they'll be facing a 3-man team. Hold up. I wonder if the NWO will get female members and thereby take over those respective belts as well. I do not know. After that, we have both of our number 1 contenders for the women's titles facing off against each other. It'll be the number 1 contender for the women's championship, Wendy Chu, taking on the number 1 contender for the women's European championship, Stacy Keibler. After that, we get back to our war of momentum over our 2 tag team titles, starting with Kevin Nash versus Angelo Dawkins, and immediately following that will be Katana Chance versus Tegan Knox. After that, we have another couple of number 1 contenders facing off as the number 1 contender for the United States Championship, the Macho Man, Randy Savage, takes on the number 1 contender for the Pure Honor Championship, Doink the Clown. After that, we have a bit of a feud coming to almost a conclusion here. We've seen Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill facing off against the Kabuki Warriors in one-on-one matches. Tonight, in our sixth match, we do have that tag team match. The Kabuki Warriors teaming up to take on Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. After that, we go back to our War Momentum as Caden Carter, as Scott Hall takes on Montez Ford, and then Caden Carter takes on Shotzi. Then in our semi-main event, we have a very interesting grudge match. While Andre Chase was bragging about his wins over Chad Gable, he was saying that he's the best teacher, and there is no one that is consisted of two men and a woman. There is no faction that is greater than them. And, well, somebody took very big offense to that, and that somebody just happened to be another person who is a part of a two-man tag team with a female member, and that being the Viking Raider, Ivar. Ivar thinks that Andre Chase is full of himself and isn't as good as a teacher as he thinks he is. So tonight we will have the grudge match in our semi-main event. It will be Andre Chase versus Ivar. And then, as I said earlier, our big main event, the tag team match between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Humberto Carrillo versus the New World Order members, Hollywood Hogan and Syxx. That is our show tonight. I hope you guys are ready because I know I am. I'm about to put on some music and we're about to get things started with our first match coming up next. Alright, it's time for our first match of the evening.
Is a six-man tag team match. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 820 pounds, Triple H, Batista, and Randy Orton, the Authority.
And here they come, the Authority. They have been put through the ringer as of late and have come out on top through every single challenge that's been put in front of them so far. Of course, Triple H, being the former Authority figure, was deemed too power mad, and the president said that After stripping Triple H of his authority, he appointed what he would say called a dose of poison by electing Eric Bischoff, the leader of the NWO, the new authority here in RWF, and has essentially given Eric Bischoff full control to do whatever he wants. And one of the things that he has decided to do is put these three men in constant six-man tag matches to open up our shows without telling them who they're facing. WWE, I know you're watching this. I know you're watching. This is how you book a show. Thank you. Last week they got a win over the New Day. See who they're facing this. Oh. Well, this might be their biggest test to date.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 737 pounds. Ludwig Kaiser, Giovanni Vinci, and Gunther Imperium.
Well, now that we know betting is up, the Ring General and his two sidekicks who believe the match is sacred, here to apparently teach a lesson to Triple H and his authority. Evolution may be a mystery, but one thing we know for sure is that Imperium is one very formidable trio. You got that right. And this match underway now. Starting with Randy Orton and Giovanni Vinci. There's a tag out to Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser going after Orton's back. Kaiser off the ropes, looking for an early victory, but Orton able to kick out at one. Tag out to Giovanni Vinci. Into a cover. Ludwig needs to call one of his moves the Kaiser roll. Fair. Randy Orton not where he wants to be, but he's able to reverse. Now he turns his attention away momentarily, and that seems to have cost him. Vinci back in control. Into a cover. Only in one count. Should be noted the new tag team rules are of course in effect. There is no disqualification, no rope break, no ring count out. The match can be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring, knockout anywhere, meaning that they can be knocked out on the outside of the ring, and if the referee calls it, then he calls it. Tag out to the Animal Batista, who takes out the ref. Excuse me while I try to do a little bit of research here, kind of remind myself. So, first the Authority fought the Faces of Fear and won. Then they fought the New Day, which was our last show, and won. Now they face Imperium. Triple H trying to go for a cover. And a kick out at 1. Gunther stays in the match. Think of the names that they faced so far. They faced off against the Faces of Fear, Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, and Uncle Howdy. The New Day, Big E, Xavier Woods, and Kofi Kingston. Could Imperium be the first? Of course, Triple H would grab the sledgehammer. Will Imperium be the first team to get a loss for the Authority? These matches are always so hard to vote for because the other team that the Authority faces is always such a cool one. But my bias for Batista usually trumps all of that. Fair. Gunther trying to use the giant meat stick. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag should be sponsored. See the NWO logo there on the outside of the ring. Hashtag sponsor us. NWO, of course. Eric Bischoff has literally taken over RWF with his New World Order. When reached out for comments, the president would only say, "Oh, I did warn you, I was injecting a lethal dose of poison." Two count as Triple H gets the shoulder up. You know, I want to say there are, but I have actually never seen one. I'm going to look that up. It looks like that there are something like it, but not from the actual Slim Jim brand. I hope
Here
there
are
are.
your winners, Ludwig Kaiser, Giovanni Vinci, and Gunther Imperia.
Oh, while I was busy looking up Slim Jim stuff, Imperium has got the victory. We have our first defeat of the Authority. We'll see how much that affects them as time goes by, but for now, we have to continue, because coming up next, before I do that, I'm going to finish my statement. It does look like that there are a vegan option for meat sticks. It's just not branded Slim Jim. So yeah, with that, up next is Wendy Chu versus Stacy Keebler. Hey, it's all good. You have nothing to apologize for.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Chinatown, New York, Wendy Chu.
All right. The number one contender for Piper Niven's Women's Championship, Wendy Chu, making her way to the ring. Betting, of course, has opened. Feel free to cast who you'd vote for, like to win.
And from Baltimore, Maryland, Stacy Keebler.
And here comes the number one contender for Shayna Baszler's Women's European Championship. Taking us back a little bit old school. Love that it's cookies. Thank you. This match is underway. A little bit of old school versus a little bit of new school. Both of these women want to get that little bit of momentum leading up to our next big event and prove why we should believe that they will win when they face the champion. Could not vote for cookies. Fair. This is a match where I don't really know what to talk about. Like, I of course know more about Stacy Keebler than I do Wendy Chu, but then I feel like I'm just being a little too biased because literally all I'm going to be talking about is Stacy Keibler. um, so, yeah. Both of these women trying to do what they can to put the other one away. Fair. Oh, now comes a little bit of fisticuffs. Oh, Wendy Chu momentarily getting the better of it. Oh, and Wendy Chu comes out on top of that exchange. Reversal by Keibler. Keibler going for a cover. Only a 1 count. Oh, massive kick by Stacy Keibler. A meeting of the minds there. Beautiful drop kick. And now these two heading to the outside. Vicious move by Wendy Chu. These two head back into the ring now. Both of these ladies, of course, won an 8-woman over-the-top rope battle royal to claim the #1 contender spot for the different women's championships. Keibler continuously to use those famous long legs of hers to her advantage. Goes for a cover. And Chu kicks out at 2. Another massive kick. Keibler now just laying down the fists. A little disrespect there. Oh! Pow! Right in the kisser. Massive slam into the cover. And a kick out at 2.99999. Power right to kiss her. Oh, missing that spinning heel kick. Trying to get the win here. And she does it. 2.
Here is your winner, Stacy Keibler!
And Stacy Keibler has done it. She did it for all the little Keibler elves watching at home. Keibler has done it. She has defeated Windy Chu. And perhaps Shayna needs to be watching extra hard. Either way, we move on to our next match. It's time to go into our war momentum. We've got Kevin Nash versus Angelo Dawkins coming up next. Here we go.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Street Profits from Cincinnati, Ohio. Weighing in at 260 pounds, Angelo Dawkins.
And here comes a now 3-time men's tag team champion, Angelo Dawkins, looking to get the war momentum. So far it's 1v1. NWO 1, Street Profits 1.
And his opponent, representing the NWO from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 328 pounds, one half of the NWO Men's Tag Team Champions, Kevin Nash.
Well, we were told the belts got a makeover, and it looks like they weren't lying. I hate to say it, but those are some good looking belts. Alright, this match is underway, and Nash starting off strong. Oh no, Angelo getting a reversal. Going for a downward stretch.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy. If only they were
piece of
worn
candy.
by better
Ooh,
peoples.
piece of candy.
If only they were worn by better peoples, right? Welcome, NT. A reminder to how we even got here. The Street Profits won the tag team titles at our last big event. And immediately, thank you, I need to get logged into my own account. Fair. A reminder, of course, these two, the Street Profits, had just won the men's tag team titles. And when Eric Bischoff got announced that he was in Power, one of the first things that he had done is give a whole bunch of NWO members automatic title shots, giving Scott Hall and Kevin Nash a title shot against the Street Profits, who unfortunately lost that match, which has led us here to the War Momentum. Because Bischoff has said in his Act of Mercy that he will gain them a rematch for the tag team titles at our next big event. I had my account logged in on both devices. Fair. Angelo Dawkins continuing to get out of the big man's way. Massive shot. Nash going for the cover. Dawkins able to get out at one. Dawkins in control here. Massive shots. Oh, big boot by Big Kevin Nash. Nash trying everything in his power to get advantage here, but Angelo Dawkins meeting him at every step of the way. Well, big power by Nash. Prime Kevin Nash versus Prime JBO. Who would you say wins? Oh, that's a hard one. I feel like Nash would politic his way into a win, but I liked JBL better. But I don't know. Unless we're talking about Diesel, then yeah, definitely Diesel. Jackknife powerbomb, but Montez Ford causing a distraction. Playing NWO at their own games with a chair shot. Referee didn't see it. Dawkins going for the pinfall, perhaps? He wasn't quite able to get there in time. I could see that. It could really make sense no matter who wins, to be honest, right? Angelo Dawkins getting the upper hand, going for a kind of a cocky cover here. An easy kick out by Nash. Primetime players doing stuff like this to the NWO might backfire on them in the long run. You're not wrong. Massive power by Dawkins. Clothesline and into a cover. And Nash still able to kick out at one. And there goes Dawkins again, throwing Nash around like nothing. Nash is not a light man. And there it is. Angelo showing everyone why he belongs in RWF. You're not wrong.
Here is your winner, Kevin
Kevin Nash picks up the victory and brings the War of Momentum 2-1. We'll see if Scott Hall can bring it to 3-1 or if Montez will even things out later on. But for now, we go on to our next match. It's Katana Chance versus Tegan Knox. Coming up next. But in the end, the NWO is just too sweet. Fair.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall,
Stinks that WWE just fired Knox. I know, right? Of course, the team of Shocks earning the number one contendership spot to face the champions.
And from Glen Ridge, New Jersey, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, Katana Chance.
Very, very interesting story with Tegan Knox and Shotzi. The two originally were a tag team in the very first days of RWF. But then Tegan Knox went down with an injury. While she was out, Shotzi would go on to team with Asuka to form the team known as Shaska. The two would go on to become the RWF Women's Tag Team Champions at the same time that Asuka was also the RWF Women's Champion. After losing the titles, though, the two would kind of find themselves in a bit of a stalemate, where they couldn't quite win another big-time match. After we shut our doors, and once we came back, we got the return of Tegan Knox, who immediately tried to go after a singles title. Meanwhile, Shaska was having a lot of issues and couldn't seem to win any matches. After a while, Asuka kept saying that it was Shotzi's fault. So, the two ended up having a match. Despite Asuka winning, she claimed it wasn't over and she challenged Shotzi to face off against a mysterious person who ended up being the debuting Kairi Sane. And with the Kabuki Warriors officially making it announced that they were becoming a team again, they would go on to lose a 2-on-1 handicap match to Shotzi, who would then call out the Kabuki Warriors and challenged them to a tag team match and surprised everybody. Because, as I said, Tegan Knox, she tried to go after a singles title. She failed. And then the big surprise being the reformation of the team of Shocks, which is Shotzi and Tegan Knox. And to make things better, they put a stipulation into the tag team match where whichever tag team, whether it be Shocks or the Kabuki Warriors, whichever one won that match, they would get put in to the Fatal 4-Way match to determine the new number one contenders for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Not only would Shocks win their match against the Kabuki Warriors, but they would then go on to that Fatal 4-Way match, and they would win again, winning the number one contenderships, and thus why we are having this match here right now. It should also be noted that Shocks lead 2-0 in the war of momentum against Katana Chance and Caden Carter, who were the first team. We got to give them credit too. Caden Carter and Katana Chance were the first team to successfully dethrone the Pretty Mean Sisters. Well, technically the second team, but we can't really talk about the first team because we know, as we all know, that first team had disbanded and the titles went back to the Pretty Mean Sisters. And after that, here we go.
Here is your winner, Tegan Knox.
Tegan Knox getting another victory for the team Shocks. There's no better commentator out there than the Rabbit, I tell you. But yeah, as I was trying to say, Pretty Mean Sisters were very dominant. Then the Katana Chance and Caden Carter won the number one contendership, defeated them for the titles, and now Shocks looking to do the same. We'll see if we will see if Caden Carter can get a much needed point of momentum later on. But for now, we have another number one contender versus number one contender match. Randy Savage versus Doink the Clown coming up next. Savage versus Doink. Now this is going to be great.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from parts unknown, weighing in at 245 pounds, Doink the Clown.
Well, here comes the number one contender for Shawn Michaels Pure Honor Championship. Says he's not clowning around tonight. And by the end of it, Macho Man's going to be nothing more than the laughing stock of the RWF.
And his opponent from Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 239 pounds, Macho Man Randy Savage.
And when we reached out to Macho Man, he said, "Let me tell you, the clown He doesn't know what he is getting into when the cream of the crop rises to the top. Ooh, yeah! The Macho Man's gonna win tonight. And when he does, him and Miss Elizabeth are gonna celebrate. Cause Macho Man's going straight to the top. Ooh, yeah! Dig it? Oh yeah, the funky monkey. Can't believe he's from a town less than an hour from me, right? Alright, we're going to talk about old school. Well, here we have it, old school as it can get. Macho Man Randy Savage versus Doink the Clown. Two #1 contenders, each looking to show the champion why they should be worried about defending their title. Macho taking it to the Clown. And now Doink starting to fire back up. Working over the arm. Good strategy by Doink the Clown. If you can't use that arm, that means no elbow drop. And the power by the Macho Man. Macho Man taking it to Doink the Clown here. There's a reversal. But Macho Man not letting Doink get any in ahead of himself. Atomic drop. Scoop and slam into a cover. That kick out at 1. Doink in control. Suplex. These two roll to the outside now. Macho Man able to get the advantage. Back suplex by the Macho Man. Wait a second, that's Doink's music. But why is Doink's music playing? I don't. Oh my! That's a second Doink. Giving a hand to the Doink in the ring. And Macho Man trying to get himself combagulated after what just happened there. Shades of WrestleMania 9. There's the other Doink again, making his presence known. There's the whoopee cushion on into the cover. And only a 2 count. Oh, heck yeah, I'm loving this. Is there a second doink? Yes. Yes, there is. A second doink has appeared out of nowhere. And now that second doink has just been injected from this match. Modified version of the whoopee cushion. Now the stump puller. Should have done that inside the ring though. Macho Man tapping out, but it does no good on the outside of the ring. These two come back inside now. Macho Man using the ropes now. And crossbody there as Randy Savage starts to take things up a notch. Oh, to the top rope. And yes, he's calling for it. Oh, and he misses the Macho elbow drop. Macho Man really trying to take it to Doink. Big scoop and a slam by the Clown. Oh, middle rope whoopee cushion into the cover. And he got it somehow, some way.
Here is your winner, Doink the Clown.
Oh, Macho Man won't be laughing about this, but I know who will be, and that's that man right there. Perhaps Shawn Michaels is looking at the face of the man who will take his title. With that, it's time to move on to our next match. We have a tag team match. Next up is the Kabuki Warriors versus the Kabuki Warriors. I'm not upset by this. What a fun match. It's the Kabuki Warriors versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. And here we go. Love this theme. Fair. And here they come. Although, I gotta be honest. Ever since reigniting, these two have not been very successful. Of course, they're looking to change that here tonight.
And their opponents, the team of Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
There they come. Jade and Bianca Belair. This feud has kind of come out of nowhere, but no one seems to be complaining about it. So here we are with this tag team match. Looks like it'll be Asuka and Bianca Belair starting things off for their respective teams. And as always, the new tag team rules are in effect. There'll be no disqualification, no countouts, no rope breaks. You can win by pinfall or submission inside of the ring, or if an opponent is deemed knocked out and cannot continue the match, whether inside or outside the ring by the referee, then that is another way to win the match. And I'm going to mute for like 1 moment as I take a drinky drink. Okay. Jade Cargill and Kairi Sane, both two recent new members of the RWF roster, in the ring at the moment. Jade Cargill tagging out Bianca Belair. Spear! And there's a tag to Asuka. German suplex. Oh, vicious kick there by Asuka. A change of attitude that Asuka has had here recently. Oh, just throwing that meat stick into an octopus stretch, but Bianca is too powerful and gets out of it. Massive spine buster. Tag out the Jade Cargill. Oh, massive slam there into a cover. Only a 1 count. Cargo was in control, but Asuka looking to make a comeback here. Oh, and she's going for the Empress combination. She hits it into the cover, but Bianca Belair right there to break up the cover. Asuka heading to the outside. Perhaps, no, she's going to focus on Bianca for a little bit. Oh, meat stick to the face. Only in wrestling. Cargill. There's a tag to Kairi Sane. Cargill in a bad place. But Kairi focused on Bianca. And, oh, gets a little payback. And gets speared. Now Sane, uh-oh. Cargo not letting Kairi Sane get the better of their exchange on this account. Massive slam. I went for a pump knee, but did not get it. Reversal after reversal. Massive clothesline. Tag out to Bianca Belair. Beautiful shooting star press. And now Bianca, the EST with the KOD into the cover. And Asuka breaks up the pin. Tag out. Double team action by these two. Nice double clothesline. Whap. Whap. Also, I hope the Bass family's having a good day today. Since you guys are in here. Oh, and there's the knockout.
Here are your winners, the team of Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair getting a big victory, and the Kabuki Warriors once again getting the served defeat. Literally. Hashtag KO. Well, next up we return to the War of Momentum. Scott Hall versus Montez Ford. Coming up next. Heyo, sorry Ford, I gotta vote for the bad guy. Fair.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Street Profits from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 232 pounds, Montez Ford.
Here comes Montez Ford, who's going to try to make the War Momentum even here tonight. Angelo Dawkins failing earlier tonight.
And his opponent, representing the NWO from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 280 pounds, one half of the NWO Men's Tag Team Champions, Scott Hall.
Scott Hall repping that new NWO Men's Tag Team Championship belt. And Montez Ford starting off strong. And a miss. The flying nothing. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to be talking. Most of this story you guys heard me talk about earlier. Eric Bischoff assuming control. One of his first acts was to give Scott Hall and Kevin Nash an automatic tag team title shot. As the Street Profits, having literally had just won the men's tag team titles, having to defend them, didn't even know that they were defending them against Kevin Nash and Scott Hall until Kevin Nash and Scott Hall made their entrance. Unfortunately for the Street Profits, the New World Order came out on top that night. And Bischoff said he's going to be merciful by giving the Street Profits a rematch at the next big event. Thus, that has led us to this war of momentum. And it was 1 versus 1 until earlier when Kevin Nash defeated Angelo Dawkins, making it 2-1. Montez Ford, of course, looking to tie things back up, while Scott Hall looks to extend the NWO's momentum to 3-1. And WCW, Scott Hall said that they're taking over. Well, here in RWF, they have done that once again. The NWO in firm control of RWF. Oh, and the turnabout is fair play, I suppose. Ford got involved in their match earlier. I don't know who's, I don't know if that must have been Eric Bischoff telling the sound guy to play the music and make the screens go off again. Oh, how the turntables. We will, of course, see Eric Bischoff later tonight. I don't know what capacity we will see him, but he has said that he will be present during the main event. Of course, the main event being that tag team match between Stone Cold Steve Austin teaming with Humberto Carrillo, taking on the New World Order members Hollywood Hogan and Six. Oh, here it goes. Call it the Razor's Edge, the Outsider's Edge. Uh-oh. And now Dawkins. Well, turnabout really is fair play. Oh, but Dawkins actually showing himself. The Street Profits showing that they're just as dirty. Montez going for the cover. Could this be it? And the kick out at 2. This NWO and Profits rivalry is getting juicy. Hey, y'all. Hey, baby. And 2 count. I just got in the car and I'm heading home. Safe travels, love. Hope your Bible study went well. And now Montez Ford looking to perhaps do a dive to the outside. And yes, he did. Great and safe travels. These two now fight on the outside of the ring. Oh, and sent into Tina or Rita the ring post. T sends greetings to the bird too. Aw. And safe travel wishes. all the safe travel wishes to the bird. And now Hall going for the fall away slam. He hits it. Hall setting up, perhaps looking for another one of these. Yes, razor's edge, outsider's edge, call it what you want. But to Hall, it just means victory. And there it is. Another victory for the bad guy. Another victory for the NWO, bringing the War of Momentum 3-1. The NWO seems almost unstoppable at this point. Ayo, the bad guy wins, Chico. With that, we move on to our next War of Momentum. It's Caden Carter versus Shotzi coming up next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Oakland, California, Shotzi!
And here she comes. Let's go, Shotzi. Here comes Shotzi. Looking to bring the War of Momentum to 4-0.
From the Philippines, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, Kaden Carter!
And here comes Caden Carter. One half of the Women's Tag Team Championships. Her and Katana Chance, when they got into their own Fatal 4-Way and were crowned and earned the right to be number one contenders, a lot of people didn't see them defeating the Pretty Bean Sisters, because at that point it seemed the Pretty Bean Sisters were pretty much unstoppable. But they went on to the big event and they surprised everybody by becoming the new Women's Tag Team Champions. They'll have their first title defense at our next big event, Biohazard. Well, they of course will be facing off against Tegan Knox and Shox, the team of Tegan Knox and Shotzi, the team of Shots. And Kaden Carter starting off strong, wanting to get her team on the board in this war of momentum. Of course, I should also mention that sometimes the war of momentum doesn't really mean anything. We have seen teams go the entire war of momentum, losing every single match, but once the titles were on the line, it didn't mean anything because they walked out tag team champions. We've also seen the exact opposite, where they won every single match and lost. So, in some ways, the more momentums are just like the points in Whose Line Is It Anyways. They don't really matter, but we still enjoy the ride and seeing how these teams can match up against each other. It's been a staple of the RWF. And as long as our fans don't mind it, we'll continue to do it. Shotzi. Oh, massive face buster by Shotzi. Looks like a fire has been lit up in Shotzi. She's just in firm control. Going for a cover. And only a 2 count. Shiranagi by Shotzi. And she's not done there, to the top rope. A senton from the top rope into the cover. And a kick out at 2. Now Katana or Kaden Carter coming back into this. Massive shots there. Ooh. Flatliner into a cover. And Shotzi kicks out at 2. Oh, massive dive to the outside. Kaden Carter putting it all on the line. These two now fighting on the outside of the ring. Double knees to the face. Again, Shotzi hits that Shiranagi. Count of 6. We may be looking at a count out victory here. And sure enough, Oh yeah. Maybe not the win that you wanted to see, but it is still a win nonetheless. Shotzi brings the War of Momentum 4-0. Well, next up, we have a bit of an interesting grudge match. After bragging about how he's a good teacher, any win by Shotzi is good enough for this Cobra. After bragging about how he's the best teacher and his group is the best group out of all the groups that consist of 2 men and 1 woman, the Viking Raiders, specifically Ivar, has taken offense to that and has thus challenged Andre Chase. Andre Chase to a match. Our semi-main event, Andre Chase versus Ivar, coming up next. All right, here we go. Semi-main event time. And the wife is here. Say hi, wife.
Hi. The power of life and death is in the tongue. So what do you think?
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Viking Raiders from Valhalla, weighing in at 305 pounds, Ivar!
And here he comes, and we see he's not alone. I wasn't able to hear the bird. What did she say? I'll have to ask her because I didn't hear her either. Here comes the Viking. He is not alone, being accompanied, of course, by Eric and Valhalla. The power of life and death is in the tongue. Which are you speaking? Fair.
And his opponent, representing Chase University from Draper, North Carolina, weighing in at 216 pounds, Andre Chase.
Fair indeed. It looks like Andre Chase is not alone either, being accompanied out by his stablemates as well. Despite all these people being out here, I do feel that I need to remind everybody that this is a one-on-one match. This match gets underway here. And Ivar starts off strong. Springboard clothesline. Not wanting to give any room at all for Chase to get started. But there's a simple dodge, and now Chase is on top. Didn't take too long for Ivar to get back in control. You see the watchful eyes of Eric and Valhalla on the outside, along with, of course, Duke and Thea on Chase's side. Single leg crab by Chase, but not enough damage done. Ivar able to easily get out of it. Pinfall attempt, but Ivar able to kick out. And the big man finally able to get some momentum going his way. Massive tripping like move there. Chase to the top rope. Ivar on the outside of the ring. Drop kick from the high rent district. Chase in control, but uh-oh. Massive running gut buster. Count of 7. And both men get back into the ring. Chase somehow in control of this match. Oh, interesting. Complete shot flatliner like move there. And a kick out at 2. And Chase, I think he thought it was over there. Missing an elbow drop. Ivar looks to take control, but Chase not letting him. That's exactly what you got to do against the big man. Keep him down. Oh, now Ivar's starting to fire back up here. Tiger bomb by the big Viking. Is not done yet. They're going for the funeral pyre. Or I don't actually know what he calls that, but I know we called it the pyre or something like that. The referee too busy with getting the turnbuckle pad back on, and Chase able to kick out. And now Chase being distracted by Valhalla, and Ivar takes advantage, goes for the cover. A kick out at 2. And there it is again. Into the cover. And he got it.
Here is your winner, by far.
Oh, dagnabbits. Hold on, everybody. I'm having some issues here. Okay. Hopefully it just refunded everybody. Okay, it did. Betting messed up for me. I'm sorry about that. But hey, Ivar did win. I guess so much. Betting is doing a dumb, yeah. I guess so much for the good teaching of Andre Chase. And so much for his claim of being the best faction that is two men and a woman. At least in this singles match. With that, we move on to our main event of the evening. There's that tag team match. And remember, Bischoff said he was going to be involved in some way. He said he was going to be present. We'll see what he means by that. Coming up next. Here we go, main event time. Humberto looking to get some revenge, being stripped of the Intercontinental Championship. We'll see if he can get a little bit here tonight. And what a tag team partner for Humberto, who's no stranger to tag team wrestling. This match will be one for the ages, I can already tell.
And his partner from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds,
And here comes the man who, our last show, lost the RWF Heavyweight Championship when Eric Bischoff himself was the special guest referee in a match in a second match between him and Hollywood Hogan. A match that, of course, Bischoff put into place. A man who is no stranger to taking it to the authority figures. Looking for some revenge himself here tonight.
accompanied by Eric Bischoff at a combined weight of 514 pounds, the NWO Intercontinental Champions, Six, and Hollywood Hogan, the NWO.
Well, Bischoff said that he was going to be present, and it looks like he's going to be in the corner of his NWO members, Six and Hollywood Hogan, the new NWO Intercontinental Champion and NWO Heavyweight Champion. This match underway, starting out with Humberto and the man that got awarded the Intercontinental Championship, Six. He got awarded an automatic title match. Humberto didn't even know who he was facing. And Six won that match, but he won by countout. And unfortunately for him, titles don't change hand on countouts. Eric Bischoff then granted him a automatic rematch the next week, making it a Falls Count Anywhere match, which Humberto successfully won that match. But then Bischoff goes to claim that somehow, someway, Berto used an illegal move. And because of this supposed illegal move, Humberto was stripped of the Intercontinental title, and it was awarded to Six. Y'all, I gotta say it. You know, I know Triple H was very power mad, stripping Stone Cold of the title, putting it onto Randy Orton, and eventually when Austin won it back, I know that he made Austin face each member of the Authority, until eventually our main event of the last show when Triple H forced Austin to defend the title against himself in the Hell in a Cell. I know that seemed like it was power mad and it was crazy, but man, I've got to tell you, this Eric Bischoff is something else. You talk about gone power mad. Basically, hand delivering the men's tag team, Intercontinental, and Heavyweight Championships to his NWO members. Eric running things has got to be making viewers miss Triple H. And when we reach out to the RWF president, the man who could change all this, he just simply says that he warned us. He warned us that he was going to inject a lethal dose of poison into the RWF. And we have gotten our wish. We wanted Triple H out so badly, we didn't even think about that somebody brought in could be worse. You see Bischoff there on the outside. We thought that there might be some animosity between him and Hogan, because after the match, Hogan seemingly threw Bischoff out of the ring. But Bischoff claims that that was just Hogan getting lost in the moment, and that there is no bad blood between any of the members of the NWO. You don't know what you've got till it's gone, I suppose. What's up? And how Bischoff's sticking his nose in where it doesn't belong. I guess technically it does, though. He is technically the authority figure. Humberto trying his best to fight off the Hulkster, the Hollywood Hulkster. And now Humberto into the submission hold. Well, Hogan, he lets Hogan out. I don't know why he let Hogan out, but he let Hogan out. I guess he wants to inflict more damage, but that could cost him. There's a big boot by Hogan into a cover. Austin breaks it up. Tag out to 6. Ooh, massive slam there, but 6 able to kick out. Bischoff again getting involved. And what do you do if you're the referee? You clearly see Bischoff getting involved, but you can't really throw him out of the match, because then you could end up being fired. Big scoop and a slam. And there's the famous Hogan leg drop into the cover. And oh, somehow Humberto kicks out at 2. Oh, Hogan went to use the Slim Jim, but Humberto reverses, and now he's just smacking Hogan. I knew this match was going to be good. suplex. And there's a tag out to the rattlesnake. Austin going for that signature elbow drop. And now Austin's got a chair, but Hogan stops him from using it. And there's a stunner. And there's the knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, revenge has been had.
Here are your winners, the team of Humberto and Steve Austin.
Take that, Bischoff. Take that, NWO. Colbert twins. Coldbert. This team of Stone Cold Steve Austin and Humberto have won. So, just in case you're just now that has been our show. That was the main event. Just in case you are just now joining us tonight, we saw the Authority actually get their first loss since Eric Bischoff's takeover at the hands of Imperium. After that, Stacy Keibler defeated Wendy Chu. Kevin Nash defeated Angelo Dawkins. Tegan Knox defeated Katana Chance. Doink the Clown, very surprisingly, after the mysterious double doink incident, defeated the Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah, yeah. There was 2 doinks. Yeah. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill got a victory over the Kabuki Warriors. Scott Hall defeated Montez Ford. Shotzi defeated Caden Carter. Ivar, absolutely love the double doink. Ivar got a victory over Andre Chase. And on our main event, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Humberto Carrillo got a victory over the New World Order's Hollywood Hogan and Six. Now, before we wrap up, what's up? Woo. Before we wrap up, I saw a suggestion for a match. We have the time. I'm going to put that match on. Coming up next. The Authority may not be strong enough to take down the NWO, but Team Colbert, they just might be the antidote to the lethal dose of poison. Fair. This was a suggested match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from parts unknown. Weighing in at 245 pounds, Doink the Clown.
This is not part of our normal, I thank you for putting this match on. You're welcome. This is not part of our normal scheduled program. That is also why I'm using this arena. This arena, of course, being our big event known as Fans Choice. I chose it since this is a suggested match.
If you're feeling lonely today, come along and throw your cares away. We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never ever end.
I hope this is the right Bray Wyatt.
If you're feeling lonely today, come along and throw your cares away. We're really glad that you're
And his
our
opponent,
friend, and
from
this
parts
is a friendship
unknown,
that'll never ever
weighing
end.
in at 285 pounds, Bray Wyatt.
It is indeed. Okay, good.
If you're feeling lonely today, come along and throw your cares away. If you're feeling lonely today, come along and throw your cares away. We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never ever end. If you're feeling lonely today, come along and throw your cares away. If you're feeling
This match is underway. We got Doink the Clown versus Bray Wyatt, specifically Funhouse Bray Wyatt. Remember, you can ask for suggested matches like this in our Discord, which we will have a link for you at the end. Well, there's the link for you right there. Thank you, baby. Now, it should also be noted that this is not for anything. No, the number one contendership that Doink has is not on the line or anything like that. This is literally just a, hey, I would like to see this match, and I'm delivering. And maybe we'll see Double Doink again. Double Doink, Double Bray Either one would be great, right? That's right. We're going to get a count out. What's up? Yep. Got a count out.
Here is your winner, Bray Wyatt.
Again, you hate to see it end like that, but it is a win.
We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never end. If you're feeling lonely today,
Well, I can't say I'm displeased.
throw your cares away. We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never end.
Well, with that, we are going to go ahead and start wrapping up. Thank you guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Here we go. Thank you all. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of the Rabbit Wrestling Federation. Remember, there will be no stream tomorrow. No stream tomorrow. We will be live again on Thursday. With Skyrim. Thursday night, Thieves Guild Thursday. So we will be back again with our boy Scratchy McStillier stuff on Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time. I hope you all will join me for that. For tonight, let's go ahead and get our ads snoozed, if I can. As always, we are sponsored by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He has blessed both me and my wife extremely greatly. We want to make sure that we return his blessings by giving him all the honor, glory, credit, and praise that he rightfully deserves. We also want to say thank you. Thank you to everybody that's joined us today. It means so much to me that you guys take time out of your busy days to come and hang out with me. Of course, also a huge thank you to our supporters, starting with my hashtag wonderful wife Firebird10, our good friends Nick and T, our subscriber Dylan Taylor 4, and the two men who have done things for our stream in other capacities, Sean and Steve, and of course the person, the digital artist that has made our wonderful logo over there, Z-Fire Incorporated. Thank you all so much. Discord. We have one of those. If you'd like to join our Discord, feel free to grab the Discord link that has been put in the chat and come join us. We've got tons of chat rooms. That's where important announcements are made, important decisions are done.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
You're fine. And we'd just love to see you there. There is, of course, the link that I was talking about that can join for you to join our Discord. Link. YouTube. We have one of those as well. If you'd like to check out our past live streams or even rewatch this one, feel free to grab that link and join us over on YouTube. While you're over there, if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, and leave a comment. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm, and they let me know that you're coming from Twitch. I know. I love you. TikTok, we have one of those as well. If you'd like to check out some of the highlight videos, I've uploaded 4 more today. So please feel free to grab that link and join us over on TikTok. Again, I ask, give that account a good old follow, give that video a like, and a comment. Comments are good for the TikTok algorithm. And they let me know you're coming from Twitch. Last but not least are ways that you can help support the stream if you would like to do so. Yo, if you have a specific game you'd like to see me play, feel free to leave a tip, a donation, or what have you, so that way I can afford to get that game. Other than that, nothing's ever required, but everything is very much appreciated. Good night. With that, again, I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Let's see, or I hope to see you guys on Thursday. Thank you. Let's see who's live right now. See if I can find somebody who doesn't cuss in the first like 3 seconds that I enter their stream. No. No, okay. No raid tonight. So, with that, I hope you all have a very good night.
Thanks so much for joining.